Would you like to indulge without the bulge this Christmas season? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today, because this is the Wellness Connection, and I'm Michelle LeMay with LeMay Chiropractic and Wellness. So if you would like to have your holiday cake and eat it too, so to speak, well, that's what we're going to be talking about. And to get answers on that, we have an expert with us today, and that is Dr. Mark LeMay.
Hi, Michelle.
Yay, I feel like everybody should be
good to
clapping
be
out
here.
there.
Very good to be here. So, looking forward to sharing with you guys today. I've been thinking about this all day.
So I'm sure you guys are kind of thinking the same thing. The holidays are upon us, and we want to enjoy certain treats and possibly drinks and, so on. Mm-hmm. So how can we enjoy the holidays, so to speak, and not gain a bunch of weight?
Well, you know what? I got some great ideas to share with everybody today, Michelle, and I think you're really going to enjoy this because, the biggest thing that, people, are concerned about is like, I want to eat my, my Christmas goodies and everything like that, but I know just every year I gain some weight. So I want to hear from you guys too about this. So if you have, every season for the Christmas season, you're like, I'm gaining weight, please let me know. I'd like to hear from you guys. Okay, so let me know that.
Well, and because in January, many people know that we do our purification and detox programs. Yes. And I don't want to start that a whole 5, 10, 20 pounds behind. It'd be nice to just start now and then lose more 5, 10, whatever pounds. So I'm sure you guys are feeling the same way. Mm-hmm. We want to, enjoy ourselves reasonably, but also not start behind the 8 ball beginning in January.
Yeah, correct. And that's what I see with my patients too. They're like, I just want to do things better. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through a concept called BAD, good, better, and best. What things you can do, and I'm going to use an example here for you. So again, think of it as like, like we're going to have lemon bars.
Well,
yeah.
One thing that I think a lot of people might not be aware of is why eating sugar and stuff like that is so bad. So could you maybe talk through about how that works when we eat something sugary or something that's high in carbs?
Yeah, in other words, you want me to tell them about why that happens, right?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's important because when I learned this, it just makes things a lot easier to do.
To help out with that too, Michelle, I actually wrote this out a bit because the main reason why people are having problems with gaining weight during the holidays is because we're stimulating insulin. Okay, insulin. Every time you eat carbs, it doesn't matter if you're eating some good carb like a vegetable or fruit. It could be any of those things because that stimulates insulin, and insulin basically has 3 main functions. Okay, so the first one right here is basically it gets glucose into the cells. So again, you want to get some energy because that's your energy source like that. So it gets it into the cell. But the number 2 things that it does is that it goes, okay, we got all this glucose we got to use up, so let's stop fat burning. That's number 2. So you got the glucose going into the cells, but then you got to stop the fat burning. And then the number 3 thing that it does is insulin causes you to take that excess glucose in your body and store it as fat. And that's where everybody's gaining weight. So again, insulin is the thing that we want to keep down. So if we can do things to keep the insulin down, if there's a carbohydrate load in our body, then we're going to actually lose weight or not even gain any weight. Okay, so that's the big thing. So we want to get to that point. So I'm going to show you some ideas on how to do it. So
hopefully you guys got the significance of this. It blew me away. So super important. Just want to reiterate real quick. It's blocking our ability to burn fat. Mm-hmm. That's not what we want, right, Ying? And then it's going to take it and store more fat. That's also not what we want. So we don't want that happening. So that's the why behind low carbs. Right?
Yeah, and it's funny because people go like, "Gosh, I'm eating really good. I'm not eating any fat. I'm eating really good." And I was like, "Well, you need to eat fat. Fat doesn't make you fat. It's the carbohydrates that make you fat." So that's the problem.
That's why. Okay.
Yes,
so hopefully, give us some thumbs up. Give us some comments. And let me know what you guys think about that.
Yeah,
so that's super helpful.
Yeah, was that news to you? Like you've never seen that before. So please give us some information back. I'd like to know how many of you didn't know that about insulin before.
Yeah.
So let me know.
Yeah, that was a good in a nutshell kind of explanation.
Correct.
Okay, so now I know why.
Does that make sense?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So give us an example of how do we take, maybe a favorite food or something that we would enjoy during the holiday season, and how do we make that better?
Yeah, like I was gonna say, like lemon bars is a good example of this because we like lemon bars, don't we?
Yeah.
Besides a few other things too.
Mm-hmm.
So lemon bars, okay, so they're made with sugar, white flour, white sugar, bad fat.
Bad fats.
Usually, people are using like some kind of vegetable oil, which is not really good, or margarine.
Yeah.
So let's go from bad, that would be the worst one because that's going to stimulate insulin greatly. So let's go to something good. Let's take the sugar in that bar, and let's substitute it. Let's get that out of it. Let's use like a alcohol-based sugar like erythritol or xylitol.
Mm-hmm.
Those are alcohol-based sugar. That's better.
Stevia.
Stevia is another good one.
one.
Okay, that's a good one because again, that doesn't spike your glycemic index at all. And another one you can put in there is monk fruit, M-O-N-K, fruit. So that's another good one. So that would make it good if you got that kind of sugar. Now, if you want to make it better, replace the sugar and the white flour. Okay, get rid of the white flour. So now you can use like coconut flour, almond flour, spelt flour. There's a lot of different flours here. So that would make it even better. And the best would be to get rid of the sugar, the flour, and replace it with some good fat. Good fat would be like avocado. That's a really good one too. Coconut, flaxseed, and my favorite, butter. Kerrygold butter is like the best.
Yes.
Okay.
Real butter.
Real butter. It's a real food.
Yes.
Okay. So now you just took that bad, jack your insulin up bar, and you just turned it into actually a really good bar with all these other good things. Good sugar, good flour, good fat. Again, fat doesn't make you fat, it's the carbohydrates. So now you got to go in. We can do the same thing with what's one of our favorites, Michelle?
Chocolate.
Yeah. Chocolate is like my favorite, okay?
Give us a thumbs up if you like chocolate.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up because here's a couple of substitutes you can do. Like here's one, especially like at Trader Joe's, you can get a really nice, like their chocolate powder. It's a good one. Again, it's like excellent for chocolate, so you can substitute that in there.
Right, good for baking.
Mix, yep. Or it's like Standard Process makes a Standard Process complete chocolate that uses monk fruit. Okay,
yes,
really good.
Really
so
good.
This is another one that you can use to substitute with. So those are two excellent chocolates to make your brownies. You make your chocolate chip cookies. We use it for making the pudding.
Yes, check out our other videos on our YouTube channel with the chocolate chia pudding, the chocolate avocado mousse.
That's my favorite.
It's so good.
You won't even know you're eating avocado.
No, it's just so yummy. So there's a lot of things that you can do with chocolate and avocado that sounds weird, but it tastes really good and is good for you.
Yep. Substitute the sugars, substitute the flour, substitute the good, the bad fat for the good fat. And you got yourself a great, healthy thing that will satisfy you, okay? Because that's everybody's, well, Dr. LeMay, I'm going to be bad during the holidays. And I'm like, don't. Do this. Do these different things. You've got a lot of different options out there. You just didn't know what they were. So if you did know about these things, again, tell us, okay? Give us a comment there. We want to find out, did you know about these? And do you have any others that we haven't mentioned here, too, so we can pass that along to our patients, too?
Yes, and share with all of you at the Wellness Connection.
Exactly.
Yes, we do not know it all. We do not claim to know it all. We learn from each other.
Yes.
We just like to share what little bit we've learned with you, and then,
we get a lot from other practitioners, too, out
Absolutely.
there. A lot of different practitioners, so I learn from everybody.
Yes, and our patients usually come in and say, hey, have you heard of this product? Or have you tried this or that? And ways that you can indulge without getting a bulge.
Yes.
Right? So, and if you're not sure about these recipes, there's a great resource. If you haven't heard of it and haven't used it, try Pinterest. Because if you're just not sure, how much of this, how much of that, go on Pinterest, go on Google, and there's somebody already out there that has figured it out. So just copy and try their recipes. That has just been a great resource for us. So try Pinterest. Now, what if somebody, has done these, but they're just really still having some sugar craving issues, because that's a real serious thing, and that
It
can
is.
cause some real serious problems.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up too, Michelle, because this is something I hear about all the time from my patients, and I'll ask them, why do you think people crave sugar? And they're, sugar cravings. And why are they having sugar cravings? It's because most people are having a B vitamin deficiency going on. Your body is looking for sweets, okay? B vitamins taste sweet to us. So that's what you're looking for. But if you go after sugar, sugar is devoid of it and makes it worse. Okay, so it's like you're just making it worse by eating more sugar. So we give them different B vitamins. I mean, one of your favorite ones that actually really, well, not your favorite, it's kind of more my favorite, not her. But, I mean, if you want to get a lot of good B vitamins, eat liver. But most people are like, well, that's not sweet. I'm like, no, it's not. But seriously, sweets are a B vitamin deficiency. So we have different things you can take here, like inositol, which tastes sweet. That helps with that. But there's just, again, different foods that you want to eat that will help to get rid of the sweet cravings. And if you really have crazy sweet cravings, we have a lot of different products here that will help out to curb that or eliminate that totally. So that's one of them. And then I also want to kind of talk, because when it's the holidays, people are talking about alcohol. That's one of the other things, because, again, all alcohol is liquid carbs. So I always have people, it's like every time you're having a drink, it's liquid bread, literally, okay? Because, again, it's like, let's just give an example here, like wine. A glass of wine has 6 grams of carbs in it, because remember, it's made from a fruit, okay? Fruits are carbs. Okay, all your other alcohols, I mean, beer, again, that's grains. I mean, if you take a look at hard liquor, like rum, that's made from cane sugar. Okay, so it's like everything, there's just all carbohydrates. So people who are having problems with alcohol, there's other things you can give them, especially your herbals, that will help to get rid of the carb cravings. So even if like a person alcoholic, I put them on certain herbs because it gets rid of that craving that they have.
Wow, that's huge.
Did you guys know that before? Because if you didn't know that, let me know, because I want to hear how many people out there didn't know that basically alcohol is your liquid carbs.
Wow. Okay, so there are some things, there's some tools that we can be using.
Great tools.
So it's not like, oh, I've got bad willpower, or I just always have sugar cravings, it'll always be that way.
I'm doomed, I'm always going to be like this. The answer is no. As long as you're alive, you can get better and you can get rid of this stuff. You just have to know how to do it. So that's what we're here to do. I'm here to share what I've learned so that you can get better. That's why, again, if you ever want to get a free 15-minute consultation with me on nutrition, just call Michelle and she'll get that set up for you.
Absolutely. Happy to do that, because Dr. LeMay has so much great information to help you. He's helped me, he's helped our family, he's helped so many people. That's what we're here. And so I just want to say thank you to Dr. LeMay for joining us today on the Wellness Connection. I can't wait to see you next week.
I am very happy to be here. And again, thanks again, Michelle. We'll talk to you next week.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye. All right. So I hope you all got some great information. I know it was good reminders for me. It's like, I don't have to eat that bad thing. I can substitute with other really good ingredients that's building my health instead of tearing it down. So next week, since we're in the middle of the holidays, there's a couple things that a lot of people are experiencing. Number 1 is being sick, and number 2 is being stressed. So if you don't want to have either of those, tune in next week at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the Wellness Connection, because Dr. LeMay and I are going to be back, and I'm going to be picking his brain about how we can not be so stressed and not be sick during the holidays and beyond. So I'm Michelle LeMay with LeMay Chiropractic and Wellness. I am so glad you joined us today. I hope you have a great rest of your day and enjoy your holidays, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.